Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking on the video, for as we proceed, listening to some of the Smiths. We're going to check out this track, Paints a Vulgar Picture. This is coming off of their album, Strange Ways. Here we come. Fourth and final studio album from the band, released in 1987. Checking it out, giving it a listen, sliding in because this was suggested and sponsored by Sam. Sam, thank you so much for sending in the request. I truly appreciate that. I also see that it had been suggested by Sam Stevenson, Dr. Strangelove, HRBLSH, Sonny James, and Stefano Castellani. So thank you guys as well for the suggestion. What do you say we dive on in? Discuss it a little bit after. What kind of vulgar picture could we be painting? Could this be literal or could this be an idiom? There's one way to find that out. I like that bass line.
And the sickening greed at the record company party, on their hands a dead star. The sycophantic slags all say, I knew him first and I knew him well.
I like what the lyrics are about.
Evaluate the songs, double pack with a photograph,
yep,
extra track and a tacky badge. A-list, playlist, please them, please them, please them. Sadly, this was your life, but you could have said no if you wanted to. You could have said no if you wanted to. BPI, MTV, BBC, please them. Sadly, this was your life, but you could have said no if you wanted to. You could have walked away, couldn't you?
It goes both ways a little bit.
I touched you at the sound check. You had no real way of knowing in my heart. I beg, take me with you. I don't care where you're going, but to you I was faceless, I was fawning, I was boring, a child from those ugly new houses who could never begin to know, who could never
Really like the lyrics on this one. I like how the drums dropped out. Rourke's bass playing is very expressive here, almost as much as Morrison's vocals.
Best of, most of, satiate the need, slip them into different sleeves, buy both and feel deceived, climb a new entry, re-entry, world tour, media hall, please the press in Belgium. This was your life, and when it fails to recoup, well maybe you just haven't earned it yet, baby. I walked a pace behind you at the sound check. You're just the same as I am. What makes most people feel happy
really great song.
At the record company meeting, on their hands at last a dead star, but they can never taint you in my eyes. They can never touch you now. No, they cannot hurt you, my darling. They cannot touch you now. Me and my true love will never meet again.
Broken. I'm very curious if this is about a specific artist, a specific musician, or if this is just very generalized. All right, the music's good, but the lyrics are great. The lyrics are the biggest standout on here, and I can't wait to talk about them because I think that they are just so good and so true. Leave it to Morrissey, leave it to the Smiths to reach deep into the music industry and pull out something so simple as this fact of, an artist dying and repackaging their music and reselling and reissuing and all these things, but to make it so profound and to expand the story and the idea of that into a really cool concept. Really, really well done, and I like that a lot. Okay, the music's good too. Morrissey singing, very much more down to earth, not so much yodeling or vocal eccentricities as previously, but this one's very straightforward, and I feel like there's maybe a strong reason for that. Maybe this is about a particular person maybe he knows or something. I don't know. Or that maybe he even looked up to, as he mentions, a kid and, looking up to this musician. Maybe he was that kid. Who was the musician? We'll look into that and move further. What I really liked was Rourke's bass playing. I was listening really closely to his bass lines, and I felt like, honestly, his bass playing in here was kind of taking the place of the usually more upbeat, charismatic Morrissey, because his bass playing felt like so communicative and it felt like so talkative, and it felt like it was singing in the music here in many parts of it. And I just really enjoyed the way that Rourke played. Because like I said, in this particular track, Morrissey's a little bit more level, a little bit more kind of come down here and even. And I felt like Rourke's bass, it's not like it came out and he was playing like some, crazy bass line, but it's just the movement of it that felt like a vocal delivery that I thought was really cool. Mara's guitar is always, fun to listen to. It's jammy, it's jangly, hits all the right notes. Like musically, I think that this is just a cooler track, and Rourke's bass is the standout to me. But I want to talk about the lyrics. I want to come back here, so allow me to do so. So I think these are fantastic. At the record company meeting, on their hands a dead star, and oh, the plans they weave, oh, the sickening greed. I think just the setup of this scene, the record company meeting, they have a dead artist there. Their star, one of their musicians in their label is dead. And what happens immediately, pretty much? The plans begin to weave, and these plans involve their sickening greed. At the record company party, not even at the meeting anymore, but at the party, on their hands a dead star. The sycophantic slags, they all say, I knew him first. I knew him well. Like you could imagine them having their drinks, walking around their hors d'oeuvres, and I knew him so well, and I discovered him, and I gave whoever it is. But it's just shallow, because the very next lines: reissue, repackage, reevaluate the songs, double pack with a photograph, extra track, and a tacky badge. Make all these special editions, reissue the demos, put some unrehearsed or unreleased song on this new one, and now we got to strike while the irons are hot. While everybody's thinking about this dead artist, now we need to make money off of them, just like vultures picking at the bones for any little meat left off of this artist. A-list, playlist, please them. Sadly, this was your life. You could have said no if you'd wanted to. You could have said no if you wanted to. BPI, MTV, BBC, please them. This was your life, but you could have said no if you wanted to. You could have walked away, couldn't you? So this is now we switch perspectives. The artist could have said no to whatever was in these contracts. Could have held back, could have, whatever, walked back certain things. But the thought in the artist's head was please them. Like just trying to like this was their life. So it's really interesting how we get these perspectives. But then we get another perspective. I touched you at the sound check. You had no real way of knowing. In my heart, I begged to take me with you. I don't care where you're going. But to you, I was faceless, I was fawning, I was boring, a child from whose ugly new houses who could never begin to know, could never really know. So I'm imagining, like, at first I was thinking like this was a fan, but then I was thinking it's a roadie, then I was thinking it's a bandmate. Could be all three. could be a fan of this particular musician or this particular artist, and could be a roadie. You know, it's actually a sound check. You had no way of knowing. In my heart, I beg, take me with you. You know, or it could just be a fan who just wants to tag along. Best of, most of, satiate the need, slip them into different sleeves, back to the record company, buy both, and feel deceived. Climber, new entry, re-entry, right? Climbing those charts. Oh, we've re-released this song 10 years later after this artist died. Guess what? It's climbing the charts again. World tour, media horror, please the press in Belgium. This was your life, and when it fails to recoup, well, maybe you just haven't earned it yet. Haven't earned back that money. And then we go back to the fan. I walked a pace behind you at sound check. You're just the same as I am. What makes most people feel happy leads us headlong to harm. There's a relation that he feels to this person, a connection. Whether the other person, the musician, feels a connection or not is, not disclosed. So in my bedroom, in those ugly new houses, I danced my legs down to the knees. But me and my true love, we will never meet again. Said, I'm going to listen to this music over and over, and we will never meet again. At the record company meeting, on their hands at last, a dead star. But they can never taint you in my eyes. They can never touch you now. They can't hurt you now. But me and my true love will never meet again. So I really love the different perspectives that we get out of the lyrics and out of the story. It's not just a dig and a critique of the record label, but it also goes through these other perspectives, not only just from the artist himself, but from a fan, it seems here. And it's just really cool how this all coalesce together into such a great message. And I think that this first these lines here, the reissue, repackage, like that quick mindset of greed, just rapid fire display there is so well written, performed, and I think that was just a great piece of writing. That was just really, really good. Let me know, of course, and always, what you all think down below. I appreciate you all recommending the song to me. Sam, thank you so much for sending in the request. I appreciate that. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.